Hey everyone, I'm Fuzz. Welcome to my new channel. I just wanted to take a minute or two to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about some of my plans for the channel. So this is a channel for physical media collectors who love action, horror, and sci-fi films from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Those are the decades and genres that I personally am most passionate about and that I know many of you are as well. So those are the kind of films that will get the most attention on this channel. Occasionally, I might venture outside of those parameters a little bit, like if I'm talking about the latest Avatar or John Wick film or something. But for the most part, usually the films I discuss on this channel will have some sort of connection to those decades and genres. Now, personally, I consider myself a smaller to medium scale collector, but one with a large scale passion for collecting and for curating the perfect collection for me. I can be pretty selective. I like to pick and choose the best titles that represent me and my tastes. Not a big fan of having movies in my collection that I don't like. In fact, it's a big pet peeve. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. Now, that said, I do like to blind buy titles quite a bit. I'm just really careful and thoughtful about what I choose, and I try not to get something unless I have a pretty strong indication that I'm going to either really like the movie or at least like it enough to not regret adding it to my collection. Now, one of my goals with this channel is to see if I can be of any assistance to those who are either new to collecting 4K and Blu-ray physical media, or maybe those who are returning after a long period of time away, like where I was at a few years ago. I used to collect DVDs and Blu-rays back in the day, and then I stopped collecting for probably the better part of 10 years. But then a few years ago, I returned to collecting once I got a 4K player and a 4K TV, and now I'm far more passionate about this stuff and knowledgeable than I've ever been before. I've just learned so much from other Bluetubers and collectors out there over the last few years that I just wanted to try and pay it forward a little bit. There may be some things where I have a somewhat different take on something or a unique perspective, and if any of that can be of benefit to those who are new to 4K, just entering or re-entering the collecting arena, then I view that as a win for everyone involved. So some of my videos will be tailored to helping new collectors with some of the common issues and problems that come up over the course of collecting. I'll be doing a lot of top 10 and other types of ranking lists as well. It won't always be top 10. Sometimes it might be top 5, or it could just be some odd number in between, like top 7 or 8. It really just depends on the topic and what I've come up with. But regardless of how I do these lists, all of my ranking videos will have some sort of connection to physical media and the genres and decades preferred by this channel. And as you might expect from this sort of channel, I'll also be doing a lot of new pickups and unboxings, haul videos, as well as my take on the latest 4K releases that I'm excited about. And finally, I'll be talking about boutique labels and distributors quite a bit on this channel. I am a huge fan of boutiques. I absolutely love them. Companies like Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome, Shout Factory, Scream Factory, Blue Underground, Kino Lorber, Synapse, even like Turbine over in Germany. All great companies that just put out amazing releases that are worth checking out, usually with quite a bit of bonus features. Usually just stellar restorations. I love like their limited edition collector's sets, like you see the chunky Arrow style box sets or the VSU boxes like we get from Vinegar Syndrome. I love that kind of stuff. In fact, I tend to buy more boutique titles than I do even major studio releases these days. So I definitely love the boutiques and we'll be discussing them a lot on this channel. So if all this sounds good to you, please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so you can always be alerted when I post new stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun with this channel. I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you for watching and stay tuned.